Alright folks, this is another review today of a new knife that I got. Today we're looking at the Rough Rider Amber Bone half Whittler knife. It's a 440 polished stainless steel blade. I got it from a dealer online who sells, from eBay, who sells a lot of these Rough Rider knives. In this case, here's the knife. I've had a chance to look at it. It says Rough Rider there, and a little insignia. The ends are kind of a goldish color. My first impression is that it's not extremely well made. It feels, it doesn't feel very substantial in my hand. It's a pretty lightweight knife. This gold, I am sure, will rub off with not much effort. The blades, they're very hard to open, but once they do come to their half open stage, it feels pretty solid when it gets there. You know, you can tell it's got a pretty good mechanism there to stay at that point, and then when it snaps open, it feels it's pretty hard to snap close. It's pretty solid, which was surprising because I didn't think it would feel that solid. The second blade, same way. It's quite difficult to open, but once it's there, it feels like it's you know, it's not going to go anywhere. Same thing all the way open. So it has two blades. This is quite a long blade. It is made in China, and on the blade it says, I don't know if you can see it, 440 razor sharp steel. More about that in a minute. I did notice the blades do have, after only opening them 2 or 3 times, some scuff marks from rubbing along the side in here. It's a little horseshoe inside that blade as well. One thing that I found was kind of interesting about the advertisement of this knife was that it was advertised as a half Whittler knife. It's not a good Whittler at all. It didn't come very sharp. This is a very thin piece of basswood. This knife is not very good for whittling, the long blade, for sure. I mean, if I was cutting, any lines or a beard where I need to gouge out a little piece of wood there, it's very uncomfortable to carve with this. So this blade, in terms of whittling or carving, I find almost useless, which is what I mostly do with knives. The smaller blade, again, it's a little too long for a whittling knife, at least in my preference. And it also doesn't feel sturdy. If you look, there's quite a bit of bend there, and the knife, I think this blade here would break quite easily. And it doesn't feel safe in my hand either. It feels loose and just not safe at all. Comparing this to my last review, which was of the Camco Workhorse, which I reviewed last time. By the way, this Rough Rider cost me $7.78, including shipping. My last review was of this Camco Workhorse, which I had bought as a carving knife as well. The difference between these two knives is amazing. This Camco Workhorse is really a quality knife, and I think I spent around the same amount of money for it. and it's a far superior knife than the Rough Rider. It's a much better carving knife. It came much sharper. It holds a blade, or it holds an edge pretty darn good. I actually kind of enjoy whittling with the Camco workhorse. So my review of the Rough Rider is thumbs down, stay away. I actually have one more review of a Rough Rider model that that I'll put out there and let you know my thoughts of that other Rough Rider model. But I think there's better knives on the market for close to the same cost or not much more.